Ah, there you are. Come on in. Pull up a stool by the fire. You've got that look in your eyes, the one that says the road's been a long one. I'm Lyra. I've walked a few of those roads myself. So tonight, let's talk about the path you're on right now. That solitary one. The one where every single victory and every last challenge is all yours.
It's a strange journey, isn't it? When you're out there, all alone, you're not just the hero of the story. You're the one telling it too. You're the hand that draws the map, and the foot that has to walk the path. Every looming shadow, every piece of treasure, it all comes from you. So how in the world do you manage all that without going, a little bit mad? Well, there's a trick to it, a kind of secret that those of us who walk this path pass down. It's all about learning to hold two minds in one head.
Think of it like this. On one side, you are the champion. That's your hero in the moment, feeling the grit and the grime, the desperation of the fight. But on the other side, you're also the dominus, the storyteller, the one who sees the whole grand tapestry of fate and makes sure the world is playing fair. The real magic is learning to jump between those two hats, to live the story as the champion and then step back to guide it as the dominus.
And that, my friend, brings us to the good stuff, treasure. I mean, what's an adventure without the loot? But here's the puzzle. When there's no one else to hide that gleaming sword in the dragon's hoard, how do you find it? How does the champion get what they need when the dominus is also you? Turns out there are a few ways, 4 that I've found to be true.
Let's start with the first and, honestly, the simplest path. This one's called the lore books. The idea here is that sometimes the best thing your dominus mind can do is just step back, let the ancient wisdom of the world decide what happens next. I spend more nights than I can count with my nose buried in old tomes like the Master's Guide to Dungeons. It's packed with wisdom, and it understands something really important. Treasure isn't just gold. A well-earned reward, a powerful new item, that's the lifeblood of a great story. It's a turning point.
So here's how you put that wisdom into practice. After a huge victory, your champion is standing there catching their breath. That's when you, as the dominus, consult one of these charts of fate. You roll the dice and the universe delivers. Maybe it's a scimitar of speed you never saw coming. Or maybe it's dragon scale mail that's going to save your skin in the next big fight. It's a perfect way to let the world genuinely surprise you.
But you can't always leave things to chance. Fate can be fickle. So for our second path, we're going to do the exact opposite. You need to stop thinking like the dominus entirely and just listen. Listen to what your champion's heart is crying out for.
You have to really put yourself in their boots. Forget the grand, sweeping story for a minute. Ask yourself, what do I need right now just to take the next step, to survive this? Or what do I need to fulfill that promise I made back in my hometown? This is where the hunt for treasure gets really personal.
I mean, just think about it. If you're going up against a werewolf, a silvered sword isn't just some cool loot. It's a necessity. It's the key to survival. Or if you're a wizard who's a bit fragile, then a cloak of protection is your life insurance. Maybe it's about finding your family's lost signet ring to prove who you are. Or maybe you need to retrieve something to get in good with the Zhentarim. In every case, the need itself creates the quest.
All right, on to path 3. For this one, it's time to put that dominus hat back on. This is all about shaping the world, because sometimes an item isn't for the hero's benefit, it's for the story's, and that is a huge difference.
So let's say you, as the dominus, know the story needs a corrupt baron to be taken care of, and it needs to happen quietly. You decide the perfect tool for the job is a dagger of venom. But you don't just let the champion find it lying around. No, that's boring. You weave it into the world. You decide that dagger is the prized possession of a rival in the local thieves guild. And just like that, getting the dagger becomes the adventure.
And that is the real secret to this path. The item isn't the reward for finishing the quest. It's the whole reason for the quest in the first place. The best stories are often not about what you do with the magic item, but about the impossible journey you took just to get your hands on it.
But what happens when the lore books are no help? When your champion is fine for now, and the story doesn't seem to demand anything in particular? What do you do when even the dominus is stumped? For that, we have one last path, the Oracle's Whisper.
There's an old saying among diviners that I just love. When the threads of fate are tangled, let chaos decide. And it's true. Sometimes the most powerful thing a storyteller can do is just let go of the reins. This isn't about looking up a result on a chart. It's about asking the universe a question.
and having the courage to accept its answer.
Now, we call this a solo oracle. It sounds fancy, but really it's just a simple tool. Could be dice, a deck of cards, anything. You, as the Dominus, ask a simple yes or no question that you genuinely don't know the answer to, and you let the oracle decide. It's how you inject true, beautiful chaos into your tale.
And just think about the questions you could ask. Does this sketchy merchant actually have a magic item hidden under the counter? A yes from the oracle could lead to a tense negotiation. Or what about something bigger? Like, does the infamous crime lord Xanathar know that I'm looking for this artifact? If the oracle says yes to that, whoa, your whole story just changed. You've created a brand new adventure from a single question.
So there you have it, 4 paths to finding your fortune. But the real secret, the true mastery of the solitary road, isn't about picking your favorite path and sticking to it. It's about blending them. It's about knowing when to let the dice decide, when to listen to your hero's heart, when to serve the needs of the story, and when it's time to just ask the oracle for a twist.
This brings me to one last piece of advice. Your coin purse. Your Dominus mind might be trying to save every copper piece for that legendary sword the story is building toward. But your champion is bleeding now and needs a healing potion just to survive the next 5 minutes. You have to learn to balance the grand needs of the story with the immediate needs of the moment. That, right there, is the heart of adaptation.
4 paths, the lore books, the hero's need, the story's demand, and the oracle's whisper. Remember, these aren't rules, they are tools. And you, adventurer, are the one who wields them. You are the champion, and you are the Dominus. You are the master of your own epic.
So, the fire's burning low, and I can hear the road calling to you. Your story is out there, just waiting to be written. The only question left is the one you've got to answer for yourself. Tell me, adventurer, what treasure will you seek first? Safe travels.